Well, I've been involved with the base since I first was elected to the House of Representatives, but in 2004, after I was elected, shortly after I was elected in 2005, an announcement was made that they were going to close the base. And I had requested a seat on the Senate Armed Services Committee specifically to be able to be in a position to defend our base. We did. We were successful, and one of the reasons we were is because of the great work that the men and women in uniform who serve at Ellsworth Air Force Base do for our country. They are an indispensable part of our military readiness. So it was an easy argument to make, but obviously since that time we have been working aggressively to ensure that we put in place the types of investments that will make the base's future even brighter. And one of the things that we were able to do with the Powder River Training Complex is to dramatically increase its size and its capabilities, and that has presented a terrific training opportunity for our military, for the Air Force, and we hope that that will continue to grow and expand and develop as an asset and a capability that can then be even greater, utilized in even greater ways by the Air Force. Well, it's tremendous in so many ways. There's a huge bond and connection between Ellsworth and between Rapid City and the Black Hills, and for that matter, all of South Dakota. It's been there for a really long time. Huge economic driver, employs a ton of people, all of whom reside and live in the area and shop and do business in western South Dakota. So the economic impact is pretty profound, but so is just the sense of pride that people have, the connection that they have to the base, to the people who serve there, and so it's been a special relationship that has existed for many decades in South Dakota. Of course it will. I mean, first off, the B-21, the next generation bomber, is enormously important as we look at the types of threats that we're facing over the horizon. And if you look out and project into the future, we're going to need the capability that the B-21 offers. And Ellsworth, because of its location, because of its great workforce, because of some of the investments that we've made recently in the past few years, I think is going to be a tremendous asset to the military. The Powder River Training Complex, which was always a good training range, is now a great training range, and partly because not only we've quadrupled the size of it, but we've also significantly increased its capability so that they can do real high-end training there. And we're hoping in the future to see not only bombers, but all kinds of other types of squadrons coming in to be able to do joint operations there. And I think that's going to be enormously useful to the Air Force because there are limitations around the country in terms of training ranges and the training opportunities that our airmen have. Well, I think that we'll have to make some changes, obviously, in the infrastructure, because this new platform is going to have a nuclear capability. There will be some weapon storage investments that we'll have to make at the base. I think significant increase in the number of manpower and personnel there. But they do a great job already. We've got the B-1 mission there. We also have the attack squadrons there, and I hope that in the future, as the Air Force looks at places around the country and around the world where they can position assets that can be called upon to defend America's interests, that Ellsworth will continue to be one of those premier locations. It's been that way in the past. I think the future is enormously bright, and the sky's the limit in terms of what Ellsworth and the people there can do to meet the important national security requirements that our military has in the future.